Hey everybody, it's Gary from Gary E Sketch Cards. How y'all doing? Welcome to episode 17. This week I'm doing my first and hopefully not my last piece of fan art for Star Wars The Force Awakens that's coming out. And this week I wanted to do a character that had an appearance in the trailer for about 2 seconds. And the character is not really the subject of a lot of fan art that I've seen, maybe some, but this character's name is Captain Phasma, and I don't know all that much about the new characters from the Star Wars movies. I suspect I know a spoiler about this particular character, but I just wanted to do this because I thought that the armor looked really cool and that the character looked awesome, and I'm super crazy excited about Star Wars The Force Awakens coming out in December. Now, if you know anything about this character, I say please leave a comment and let me know what you think about the videos, and that still holds true, but I kind of want to remain spoiler-free about the new Star Wars movies. I hesitate to bring up the prequels, but the one good thing about the prequels, as far as my experience with them, is that I went into Episode 1 not really knowing anything about the plot or the characters or any of the major spoilers or anything like that, and and that was back in the late 90s or whatever, and especially nowadays it's a lot tougher to stay away from spoilers. I've been seeing the teaser trailers, I've been watching them, I've been staying away from all the articles and all the supposed plot leaks that everybody's been reporting on. I've been staying away from the action figure pictures that have been coming out this week. I think they started coming out this week, where Kenner, I guess, released some pictures of the new action figures. So there are potential spoilers there. There was a Drew Struzan poster that just got released this week for the Disney Expo, I believe it's called. And there was kind of a spoiler on that, but nothing big, nothing major. But I'm one of these guys that likes to stay away from spoilers before I see a movie. I want to walk into The Force Awakens not knowing anything about the plot, anything about the characters. I want to do something that very few people get to do nowadays. I want to go in and I want to experience a movie fresh for the first time. That being said, I do like some of the pictures and stuff that has come out. A lot of the Entertainment Weekly had their pictures come out. Vanity Fair had some photos come out a few weeks back, and some of those are really good for like photo references and things like that. I'm trying not to read the articles, and I'm trying not to get too in-depth into the story or anything, because again, I don't really want to know everything that's going on. So but enough about that. Like I said, I don't know if you're like me. I know there's a lot of people out there that just love reading the spoilers and love knowing everything about the films before they come out, and if you're that person, that's awesome. All I ask is that you just keep it to yourself, and we'll talk about it in December when the movies come out. So, in the meantime, let's go on about this sketch card, I guess. So I want to kind of continue my discussion. In last week's episode, I talked a lot about how I shade and kind of the fundamentals of shading, where you put in shadows and midtones and highlights. If you want to hear what I was talking about more in depth, go back to episode 16, where I drew Ben Grimm, also known as the Thing from the Fantastic Four, and you can get a little bit more detail on my my shading technique. But this week I want to talk about kind of varying thicknesses of lines. There's a lot of outlining going on in this particular suit of armor. You can see I'm kind of doing a little bit of that now, and I'm trying to vary the thickness of the lines as I'm putting them in there. And those are really kind of like grooves or etchings, if you will, on Phasma's helmet. And when you vary the line thickness, you can sort of give the illusion of shadow as well. You don't have to darken in large areas, kind of like what again I was doing on the cape and what I'm doing on the top of the helmet. But obviously a lighter line is going to reflect light, and a darker line is going to reflect a more shadowed groove, I guess, as it were. But I kind of tried to vary the line thickness, again, on the etchings and whatnot, to sort of help a little bit. It's just another way to kind of give that 3D illusion when you're drawing something. So, you know, I hope the tips and lessons, I guess, are kind of helping a little bit. Again, if you know all this stuff, just kind of bear with me and just sort of enjoy the video, if you will. But yeah, this was a really cool character. So I'm, again, really excited. The character looks awesome. It looks very medieval. It has just kind of a, I don't know, Game of Thrones kind of look to it. So which is kind of cool. And it's a Chrome Trooper. The first time we see a Chrome Trooper in the movies. You know, I guess there were some Chrome Troopers in some of the expanded universe materials, whether it was the video game or the comics or the books. You know, we got to see it there, but this is the first time we get to see like a Chrome Trooper in the films, and so that's really cool. The gun here, I'm trying to use a kind of a similar shading technique to, again, the cape a little bit. I tried to make it stand out from the armor a little bit, and I kind of touched it up after the camera was turned off because I saw that there were a couple of spots that didn't work. You know, the gun wasn't sticking out past the armor. It just kind of looked like it was blending into it. But once I put the finishing touches on it, I thought it looked really cool. And you know, this card I think took me about this is probably about 42 minutes. I think it took me to do this card. But once again, this was my first attempt at a Star Wars: The Force Awakens piece of fan art sketch card. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you again to all my subscribers and everybody who's watched my videos. I appreciate it. And please, once again, share these videos. Give them a like, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. If you have any requests, let me know, and I will try to put them in a future episode. Remember, as always, your art is awesome, and keep up the good work, and I will see you next week.